Alright, we're here to talk about Tekken, the motion picture. Which, this cost me a fuck ton to actually get. Like, it cost me 30 or 40 quid to get this. This is expensive. Like, I don't know why it's so expensive. Doesn't make any sense. Why I guess no one's producing any more copies of this. Because, yeah, Bandai Namco are just like, well, abandoning that one. I mean, it's hard to think that, like, this is kind of, I think this is better in some ways than the live action movie. I think it definitely has more accurate portrayals of some of the characters, but at some points I'm just like, they went a little bit too gory for no real reason. It just felt like they were like, we're gonna put a load of gore in, and it's like, that's not really Tekken. Yeah, Tekken's not really the gory fighting game. It's not Mortal Kombat. And some characters die in this. Like, I don't know if they were like, yeah, we're only getting this and that's it. They're like, because like, so spoilers for this entire thing. Anna dies. She gets her head bitten off. So Alex's in this are just dinosaurs. They're just dinosaurs, but with the ability to camouflage themselves like Predator. Roger is in this, weirdly. He is a boxing kangaroo, so that's true. But yeah, it's weird. It's a weird film. Like, he actually at one point just eats a fucking tomahawk. Like, it's thrown at him, he catches it with his mouth and then chomps. Like, there's catching it with your mouth, impressive, and then there's chomping down on it. The actual fuck. I don't know. This film is wild, and it's one of these things where I'm like, can I really criticize it on lore when I have the benefit of having 8 Tekken games in my head, whereas this, you know, there's only 2 Tekken games. Tekken 3 was like just come out on the arcades. Like, I think they threw in a couple Tekken like 3 characters, but they're mostly in the background. But yes, one of these things I'm like, I do like some changes. So this is mostly based on Tekken 2. I was hoping for a bit more Devil. We got a little bit of Devil, but it wasn't clearly enough Devil for my liking personally. I would like to see more Devil Kazuya. That would have been cool. Don't get that much. Like, I kind of thought, like, oh, it'd be right at the end where he transforms, and nope. Because I guess they weren't doing that. So they kind of self-inserted Jun into Kazuya's story, which I think is, in some ways, better than, you know, the games. I quite like that addition that she's, yeah, they were kind of, it seemed like they get along as kids, and then Jun kind of lost track of him. Yeah, after he got thrown off a cliff. Because that's what you do to your son, you throw him off a cliff. Goddammit, Heihachi. No wonder your son turned out to be a cunt. So again, teach your kid. No wonder Jin turned out alright. Got raised by Jun. Well, for a little bit. Yeah. And there's basically a tournament island, so it steals from Mortal Kombat. The Mortal Kombat movie, which I think had already come out at this point. There we go. What's this? I think. Yeah, this is 1998. So yeah, that had already come out at this point. So it feels like it's kind of a little bit stealing from that. I'm like, that's weird. But then I guess a lot of those fighting games kind of had that lore of just like, yeah, the fighting island. We'll go to the fighting island. We're going there now. Let's go to the fight island. We fight. Yeah, there's 2 like OVAs, which seems just definitely didn't have the budget of like the Street Fighter 2 anime, which I think this one gets compared to a lot because that was all that was out at the time. at least probably known to the West, because there was some SNK ones, but yeah, SNK has never been that big in America, whereas Tekken and Street Fighter were, yeah, pretty big. But yeah, at this point, mostly Tekken 2. We go to Fight Island with Heihachi, who's apparently no one's seen Heihachi, even though he owned like the Mishima Zaibatsu. I don't know, it's one of those things where I'm like, he owns a big corporation, but no one's ever seen him. I always wonder how that always works in those kind of films. I'm like, how? How do you run a big business like that, but no one's ever seen you? Alright. Yeah. Just feels a bit weird. But, yeah, we go to Fight Island, and, yeah, we get a lot of fights. People trying to uncover shit. Lee is a cunt. He's not very... It's one of those things where I'm like, what have they done to my boy Lee? But again, there wasn't much lore, and, you know, I'm thinking of Lee from all the, like, Tekken 5, 6, 7, all those, like, endings of him just going, excellent! Just like, oh, yeah, that doesn't exist right now. They don't have that in lore. You know, all they have is Tekken 1 and 2. And I can't remember what... Yeah, I haven't looked at the manuals in a while to see... Well, no, those are probably inaccurate, because they're probably translation. They're probably either translation or stuff that they kind of made up. Anyway, yeah, go to a Fight Island, uncover secrets. You have a lot of Tekken characters. Let me just pull up the... yeah, so obviously you got Kazuya, Heihachi, Jun. They're the main characters. Lei Wulong is kind of also trying to help Jun. Li Chaolang is evil and just working with Heihachi and is kind of his brown-nosing. You have Anna and Nina, who are trying to kill each other, as always. Which, yeah, I like to see. Michelle Chang, she's the one who throws the Tomahawk. Jack 2, who does a great, like... Oh, I love Jack 2 in this film. This is, like, the most I've ever seen Jack 2 in any, like, Tekken stuff. Like, without a Jack just being a jobber, this is... If you're a Jack fan, this is the best movie for you, because Jack is the best. Oh yeah, you have Jane, who's the little girl who grows up to be the scientist in, like, Tekken 3, 4, you know, later ones. Dr. Boskonovich, who I think shows up in Tekken 2 endings. Either Jack's endings or... I think it might have been Jack's endings. I don't think they had established the relationship between him and Yoshimitsu yet. Yeah, Bruce Irvin, who's there, and Tekken has mostly forgot about him. Sad face. Bakutu-san, and Ganryu, they're there. And yeah, I'm looking at the Wikipedia page, it's like, oh yeah, it's just other characters, just... Yeah, Wang, Konomitsu, who apparently in the opening sequence, just not there. And the other characters are in there. With King, Armor King, Kuma, Martial Law, Paul Phoenix, and Yoshimitsu. Which is weird, because some of those are just like, what? Those aren't main characters? Yeah, oh yeah, it says Angel doesn't appear, but yeah, you do have a prototype Jack. Yeah, it's a whole big tournament. They end up defeating Heihachi, and it kind of sets up for... What's it called? So basically, yeah, Kazuya and Jun end up heading off. I think at this point, at the end, so in the end credits, like you get a tease of Jun with Jin, and you're like, oh my god, oh my god. And obviously nothing came of it, because there's no sequel to this. It does set up that. I like that in some ways. Though obviously Kazuya's already gone at this point. No, I kind of like the just setting up for a thing, but yeah, obviously doesn't pay it off. But yeah, us Tekken fans though, we know what's going on. But yeah, this one's a weird one. It looks very 90s. It doesn't look that great. Like it's weird again, weirdly gory. Like it doesn't make, for me as a Tekken fan, I'm just like, that doesn't quite make sense. Yeah, I don't know. Just the characters just don't quite look right. I mean, and maybe that's because they, you know, I'm used to them being in 3D and suddenly seeing them in this kind of 2D animation just doesn't quite fit, you know? Yeah, I'm used to seeing really realistic and then throwing them in a 2D anime, it's just like, oh, that doesn't look right. That doesn't look right at all. So, yeah. If you can get this, try to. It's one of those things where I'm like, this is very expensive to try and get. So if you can get it, do. As a Tekken fan, I like the fact that I own this now, because now I have every Tekken movie, which is 4. But yeah. But it's kind of not worth the price. I'll tell you that much. It's not worth the price. Let me just see if there we go. Okay. So, and the next movie we're going to talk about is Tekken Hybrid. No. So this is a weird package, but I'll talk about it next time. But we're going to be talking about Tekken Blood Vengeance. And I'll see you then. Bye for now. Live long and prosper.